Well, you may not have thought they were going to make it all the way to the end, but you finally did, and we're at Exponents video number 5. And actually, I will throw in one more last video. Um, but if you'll recall, we said that a over b to the c is really a to the c, b to the c. We also said that a over b to the negative c is b over a to the positive c, which in turn becomes b to the c over a to the c. So there's one last thing. We also said that a to the b over c is the c root of a over b. So the last thing we're going to take a look at is what if you had a over b, well, this is actually I guess technically the penultimate thing, to the c over d. Well, it's going to be the d root of a to the power of c over the d root of b to the c, which in turn is really the d root of a over c, b over c, or the d root of a over b to the power of c. They're all equivalent. It doesn't make a difference which one. This one's the most expanded, this one's the least, this one's in the middle. So technically I probably should have went this way, this way, this way. But I didn't. So there is one last one that we can look at, and you may have guessed it, a over b to the negative c over d, and I will actually give you an example of this. It's going to be, I'm going to flop them, I'm going to take the reciprocal first, and then I'm going to say the d root of b over a both to the power of c, now I'm doing it in the right order, which is the d root of b to the c over a to the c, which is also the d root of b to the c over the d root of a to the c. Now that's kind of messy. Let me rewrite it so it looks a little bit more professional. Alright, so if you take a look, we did a whole bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to give you an example, and I'm going to give you one that is kind of neat. And I'll do it in black. What if we had 16/25 to the power of negative 3/2? Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flop these. I'm going to find the reciprocal. I'm going to say, all right, well, that's the 25th root, or 25 over 16 to 3/2, which is, and I'm actually going to go straight to here. I'm going to skip, well, perhaps I shouldn't do that. That's not really just. I'll go in the same order. That's really the square root. I don't have to actually write it too. But of 25 cubed, well, 25 over 16 cubed, which is the square root of 25 cubed over 16 cubed, which eventually ends up being the square root of 25 cubed over the square root of 16 cubed. But wait, I know the square root of 25 is 5, so I get 5 cubed over the square root of 16, which I also know is 4 cubed. No, I'm sorry, square root of 16 is 4, but to the power of 3 is 4 cubed. So 25 cubed is 125, and 4 cubed is 64. And that's it. You could continue on, make it into 1, and it's going to be like 61 64ths or something, but I'm not really interested in that. But if you take this value, you type that into your calculator, 16/25 to the negative 3/2, and you take this value, you say 125 divided by 64, you'll get the same answer. And that's it. There's going to be one last video I'm going to show you, and it's going to be a recap of all the laws. Alright? So, once again, if you need to pause and go back, go ahead and pause and go back. And that's it.